I don't know how long that was out for, but we'll continue on. Um, Sister M. Howell Bay of Temple 19 said that the Holy Prophet said that when the European asked him, "Will we be saved this time?" the Holy Prophet said, "If you do, it will be through them." He was referring to the Moors. Okay? He was referring to the Moors. Brother J. Blakely Bay told the Moors that the Holy Prophet said, "It doesn't make any difference which way things look like they are going. It's all going to end up in the Asiatics' hands." Everything he says is spirit. It doesn't make any difference which way things look like they are going. Makes no difference how things look where they're going. But it's all going to end up in the Asiatics' hands. Brother W. Davis L. of Michigan said that the Holy Prophet said, "Don't even carry a pocket knife." The Moors who want to, right to bear arms, a constitutional right. Well, no drill, he said, don't carry a pocket knife. Just don't carry a pocket knife. X-Acto knife. Nail clipper with a knife inside. You don't need none of that. Right? Why do you say that? Because anything in the corporate jurisdiction, which he knew was coming, would get you in their jurisdiction. So as little as a weapon as a pocket knife, don't even carry. Because he knew what was coming. He knew they'd be stopping people, frisking people, searching people, just to find a reason to put you in the camp. Just to find a reason. And we should give them no reasons. When come search. If they search, all they should find is nationality card. Because that's really all that, Maybe some silver in my pocket. Just because, we carry those. Right? Because spirit, as a science, between having silver in your possession. You could Google it. They'll tell you. Right? Don't even carry a pocket knife. Brother J. Blakely Bay said that the Holy Prophet said, "The third and fourth generation would see the good of my work." The third and fourth generation would see the good in my work. So that means that the first and second generation didn't see the good in his work. And if he's speaking from the perspective of the third and fourth generation will see, and we know he died in 1929, that's prophecy again. Because us active Moors are seeing the good of what Noble Drew Ali did. And that's why we honor him. And that's why we hold him up. Not some followers chasing behind this individual. Right? As Moors, active Moors, we study what Noble Drew Ali brought. And because we study what Noble Drew Ali brought, and we check all the references to make sure that, okay, well, what he brought is actually something legit. It's not like all the other people's stuff, where there's all these loopholes. Like what Noble Drew Ali brought is airtight. and he brought it and he gave it to me and didn't ask for anything for it. He just gave it up just like that. Everything to save a nation, he just gave it to me. No fees. No, you have to do this, you have to do that. That's very sincere, which is good. So as active Moors, when you see the good in what Noble Drew Ali brought, you'll defend it. Especially when you hear clowns come out talking against it. And more Moors need to stand up for their prophet if you care about him that much. Because there's people got prophet's head at the back like this and just going through the mud just. And Moors just chilling. Right? Just like, right? Just like Brother T. Booker Bay said at one night's temple meeting, a dirty Moor chased the pocket around the temple building with a knife. The Moors just looked at it. After the event, the Holy Prophet told the Moors, I have a good mind to leave you. Brother T. Bay said that the Moors got down on their knees, right, and begged the Prophet not to leave them. Right? These are the same dirty Moors, huh? Right? The same dirty Moors that probably set up that dirty Moor to go in there and chase the Prophet with a knife. Now they're fronting, after, because you have to remember, right, it's a setup, right? So these guys tell this guy, okay, you know what, you're going to go in there. When you go in there, you're just going to, kill the Prophet. And then when you kill the Prophet, then, we have no worry about. We say we chase you down the street or whatever, you get away scotch-free. All right? Well, this is the Prophet, thought of Allah, not just some man walking around. So thought of Allah realized what was going on, right? And started doing the, shape-shifting and whatever, right? So he didn't get killed, basically. That was an attempt on his life, right? That he evaded. So he evades this attempt on his life, realizing, right? Because remember, he's a prophet, so he already foresaw all this stuff going down. Who was there? Who was going to be in the room where everybody was going to be sitting or whatever like that? He saw everything coming, right? And that's why Moors talked about it, because it's something like, he evaded the guy with a knife trying to kill him. Remember, this is, 1913 to 1929. It's fascinating. This didn't make the news though, but yeah, this is fascinating, right? So, being that he saw everything coming, now, he's setting them up now, right? So now he pulls the one, I have a good mind to leave you. These niggers go on their knees, groveling to the Prophet, but don't leave. Because why? If he left, right, at that time, they would have been held liable by Rome for not doing their job. They couldn't have that. Right? Couldn't have that. So, what they go do? They decided that since we can't get them out the way that way, we'll try some other things, right? But not only will they try other things in the sense of, just get him out the way, but we need assistance with this, right? We need help with this. So the help comes from the U.S, right? Who their supreme their MO is infiltration. infiltrate, James Bond and all that, right? The British is the U.S. Like those are their boys, you know what I mean? So that's their stuff, right? Okay. So this infiltration that goes on, right? This infiltration was basically orchestrated in order to get the individuals who were against the prophet, mainly the Christian leaders, the black whatever leaders, the W. Du Bois and these people, right? Get them into the movement. But like Moriscos, pretending to be down with it, going to the meetings, going to the whatever, when the whole plan from those people even going in there since 1913 was to get the prophet out of the way so that they can have control of the Moorish movement, right? They can't get rid of it because Allah is the one that guides it, but they are taking the position and using the position as a front to lull the people, because this movement is for active people and for people to get active. It's not for people to get information and then sit on it and not do anything with it, because it's useless in that sense. Like, what's the sense have your nationality and birthright and not use it? It's useless. Which is what the point was. Which is why they wanted to get Noble Drew Ali out the way, because they couldn't do that with him around, because he's a prophet. So they had to get him out the way, and in getting him out the way, opened the door for other people to get their so-called fame, because Noble Drew Ali was the only one. Just like today, when we see all these individuals, jumping onto Moorish science, and they're jumping onto Moorish science, and they're recognizing the Moors and saying Noble Drew Ali and saying that they're a Moor and all that. That's the same thing he was doing back then, right? 10 Arabians, 5 Turks and all that. Everybody's getting on Moorish science. Marcus Garvey getting out of prison, them deporting him immediately after getting out of prison. Like prison, boat out of here. And then you check Chicago Defender and it tells you that Noble Drew Ali and Marcus Garvey met each other. And if we study what Noble Drew Ali brought, we know there's no way that he's going to go visit Marcus Garvey knowing who Marcus Garvey is and not put him on. There's no way that he's going to have one opportunity to go visit Marcus Garvey in prison, Atlanta prison, and shoot shit with him. What are you doing in here? How are you doing? And are they feeding you right and all that? Put them on. Everybody got put on. And all the sincere people who are going to take this and do what they were supposed to do with it, they either got out the way, right? Or they got them to give up that position. For whatever they gave them, who knows, who cares? But everybody was put onto this. That's why he can make the statement about 50 years is going to go by and you not know nothing about this. Because people who were put on we're talking about inquisitionists. So they got these people to get off of this. Some of them did it willfully. Some of them were down with Noble Drew Ali getting taken out of here. Right? Some of them were down with it. Right? Oh, and for the bro just put online that he couldn't find any science on having silver on you and beside having, right? talk to some freedmen about their 22 pieces of silver in order for them to make contracts and all that. Because everybody has your science. And they're using your science and not telling you that it's your science. And then selling it back to you as their idea. All those guys, right, are using Moorish birthright.